Hi, I'm Louisa, and I want to tell you a story. Years ago, I walked into the Paris catacombs. You know, have you been there? At the entrance, there's this sign, and it actually says, Arrête, c'est ici l'empire de la mort. It means stop. This is the empire of the death. I kind of took it to mean tomorrow isn't promised. And as I walked underneath Paris, surrounded by bones of millions of people all arranged in patterns, I had a really overwhelming thought back then. I thought, one day, I'll be bones too. Every one of those people, those bones, had a body and a life attached to them, and they got their hearts broken, they made stupid mistakes. They laughed until they cried. They had dreams. They had ordinary Tuesdays. They all had stories. I can't believe I just said ordinary Tuesdays, because sometimes I say, see you next Tuesday, but no. They all had stories that somebody probably thought they would ask about tomorrow. And my beautiful mom, Linda Ann, once said to me something before she died. She said, one day, Louisa, you got to ring me on the mobile and I won't be there. And one day I did, and she wasn't. Who came into your mind when I said that? Because we all believe the future's really seductive. We all believe there'll be another birthday, another Sunday lunch, another Christmas, another ordinary Tuesday when we've finally asked the questions that we've always been meaning to ask, until there isn't. When my mom, Linda Ann, died, she left me her life story on A4 pieces of paper. I am so lucky. I didn't get to grow up with my mom, and I met her for the first time when I was 10. She actually showed me The Wizard of Oz, and I really remember looking at her hands and thinking, my God, she's got the same hands as me. I grew up in a family where I thought I was adopted, so it was really weird. Today, these ordinary pieces of paper are like the most valuable things I own, because they hold stories I can never ask her to tell me again. And it makes me realize something, right? It isn't the big moments that we lose. It's the little stories that quietly slip between the cracks forever, like the wrong turn that changed everything. That favorite song that was played when they first met, that ordinary Tuesday that became really unforgettable, and that person we've never stopped loving. That crazy laugh that you heard, that family story that no photograph could ever tell. When I was little, every story I wrote began the same way. And weirdly, who has this? This was my book, an exercise book. And so every single one of these stories starts out, I'm Louisa, and I want to tell you a story. And finally, at the age of 58, I understand why. After years of studying subconscious behaviour and working with people all over the world and analysing dreams, I've learned something extraordinary. We don't remember our lives like a timeline. We remember them through emotions, like the smell in your nana's kitchen, like through that favorite song, we will rock you, through the wrong turn that quietly changed everything. When you found out you were pregnant in Cairns and you didn't know, through the person we never stopped loving, through the ordinary Tuesday that became unforgettable. And that is why the right question can unlock stories that people haven't thought about for decades. That's why I've created something so special, and I really am so excited to talk to you about it. It's called 21, a Cats in the Cradle production. I've just found out My grandfather, Carmelo Ferranda, was born on the 21st of August, 2021. So this is even more important. This will be 21 carefully crafted conversations that uncover the stories that nobody thought to ask you about. Not simply like what happened to you, but what it meant to you. Because I don't just record the story, I know how to unlock one. A camera can record an answer, but the right question can unlock the magic in a life. And together we'll preserve these conversations in their own voice, their own words, their own photographs, their laughter. Like when I walk around the cemetery, the memories from a white gravestone doesn't tell any of this. Their favorite music. And what we do is we turn them into a beautiful book or a movie, an audio book, a living heirloom that generations can return to, right? So I am really curious if there's just one thing standing in your way of telling the story of someone that you love. What is it? Is it tomorrow? Because tomorrow, noun, is a mystical land where 99% of all human productivity, motivation, and achievements are stored. But stories don't survive in tomorrow. Whose face has been in your mind while you've been listening to me? Whose voice? Whose laugh? Yeah, whose story deserves to keep going long after they're gone? Because when we die, those stories die with us. And the people who love us don't just miss us, they miss our stories. And so to launch 21, a Cats in the Cradle production, I'm looking for the very first family to walk through this journey with me. Please don't put this off. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time, yeah? Imagine how it would feel for somebody you love to know that their life mattered enough for someone to truly listen. Because the right question can unlock a story that's been waiting a lifetime to be told. So let's tell his story. Let's tell her story. Let's tell their story today. If this spoke to you, send me the word story. Tell me who they are. I'd be so honored to help tell it. Big love, Louisa Nixon, the Confidence Whisperer.